What's up everyone, Kyle here. You're watching Drivin and Vibin. Today we're going to be putting our brand new Honda generator to the test to see if it can operate and keep our AC running and our camper cold while we're out here boondocking, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel everyone. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're putting out 5 videos every week about RV life, life on the road, both educational and fun. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. So today we are going to be testing our brand new Honda EU2200 generator, see how much power it creates and if it's enough to keep us cold while we're out here boondocking. But not only will we be putting that generator to the test, we'll also be putting our old Honda 2000 generator up to the test that has 200 less watts than the 2200, and we'll be linking those two together finally to see if that will keep the AC unit cold as well. So without any further ado, let's hop into this challenge and first test our original and older model EU2000. So here we go. Alright guys, so I got the old generator out. It has seen some wear and tear over the last 2 years of RV living, so she's treated us very well though. Now, before I get started in this test, let me tell you about the parameters I'm setting up. Inside the camper, I'm going to cut off every breaker except the one going to the AC, so the only power being pulled from this generator is for the AC unit. That way we can get a very accurate test. Also, to give you a little info about what type of AC we have, don't be fooled by this new shroud we got up here. The AC is the original 85 from when this camper was made, and I have the specs of it right here. The nominal BTU capacity is 7,100, and it suggests us use a minimum of 4,000 watt generator to get it running. So this is only 2,000 watts. Doesn't sound like it's gonna be working that easily. So let me hook it up and see what happens. Alright, so I turned eco mode off. I'm gonna let it run for just a second before I holler to Olivia to turn the AC on. And when she turns it on, I'm going to start the stopwatch on the phone to see how long the generator runs if it won't stay running. So that'll give us a good gauge of at what point the power becomes too much and really when that compressor kicks on. So let's try this out. Alright y'all, so awesome news. Right now the Honda 2000 is running that AC unit. So I'm gonna run inside the camper and see how cold the air is, and then we'll get a better understanding of what's really going on. I don't know if the compressor's kicked on yet, but we're at just under a minute, so that's very good news. I mean, I'm in shock. Let me see what's going on inside the rig. All right, everyone, so miraculously, we're still at 3 minutes now, right under 3 minutes. There we go. I'm amazed that the Honda 2000 is powering the AC right now. So to push it a little harder, I'm going to turn our electric fridge on to see if that is going to ask for too much power to keep this thing running or not. All right, so with the Honda 2000, the AC was blowing cold, which was awesome. I couldn't believe it. But whenever I plugged the fridge in, the moment that compressor turned on, the red light is on. Actually, you can see it right there. Got the error sign, everything went dead. The generator just idling now because it didn't want to hurt itself, so no power is being received right now. I'm going to get the Honda 2200 out and run the same test on that and see what happens. So just a second. All right, so now I got the Honda 2200 out. We're gonna see if it powers the AC. I would expect nothing less than that because the other one powered it. And then once we get that up and running for a little while, I'll put the refrigerator plugged back in again to see what happens. So let's get this test rolling. All right, so good news everyone. The AC is up and running again with the Honda 2200. I can't believe that both of these got the AC running. In the past, we've had luck with that happening with the old Honda 2000, but then in the hot temps, it would stop working. So, I mean, right now we're in Texas, it's 90 degrees today, and it's up and running. So that's awesome news. I'm gonna run back inside, plug the fridge in, and see what happens with the EU2200. So let's turn that fridge on. So just like the old 2000, the 2200 did not produce enough power to run the AC and then try to kick on the compressor of the electric fridge. Power overload, so everything went dead. But right now I'm going to hook the two together with these connectors, and what should happen now is I'll produce 4,200 watts of power, and with that I really hope to have enough power to do it all. So let's get these connected and see if I'm cooking with coolness. All right, so I have both Hondas going at full blast. They are not on eco mode, so we're creating 4,200 watts of power max, which sounds good. Inside, I have the AC ready to go on and the fridge ready to go on. They're both turned on, but the breaker's turned off. So whenever I go inside, I'm just gonna pop that breaker on, and we're gonna be asking for a lot of power at one time. I wanna do that because I do wanna see how much power these two offer together, and if it's enough in the ideal boondocking scenario where it's a blistering hot day, if we'll still be able to keep our stuff in the fridge cold and keep ourselves cold. So I'm gonna flip that breaker on and see if we got the power.
I can't always look out.
I am here glad and happy to report that both the AC is running freezing cold and the fridge is operating at max coolness. So it looks like with these two powered together, we can really have a boondocking experience in the hot weather without having to run back into town and get to a full hookup RV site. It's super exciting to hear that these two generators are producing that much power, and it's awesome to hear that both of those generators by themselves worked our AC unit in this scenario. It truly baffled me that both of those worked because we've come across times that we've had no success. I don't know what the conditions were different today that got it up and running, but I am happy to report it was working. Let me turn these off and then I'll wrap it up and tell you a little bit more about these generators and where you can find them. So one sec. All right, so that Honda 2200 is a brand new model to the market. We just got it a month ago. Honda sent it to us for free to try out, and I'm happy to finally be putting it to the test here in the Texas heat in the middle of, or at the beginning of summertime. Maybe it's not even summer yet, but it feels like it's summer because it's in the 90+ degree range out here. I'll link both the Honda 2200 and the Honda 2000 below. This situation in our AC unit is pretty small. It asked that we put more power to it than just 2,000 watts. And I'm sure that's to protect the unit of the AC to not have it underpowered. So even though both of these generators operated the AC by themselves, I wouldn't recommend it just because the manual for the AC calls for more power. But in a pinch, we will use it. if we ever need to, but fortunately we can hook these two together and get maximum power, enough to run our AC on full blast and our fridge on full blast. I'll link those below, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. Hit that subscribe button because we do put out 5 videos every week all about RV life, both educational and fun, and we will see you guys next time. Later on.